Imagine for a moment a brilliant teenager with a promising future who one day decides to skip school, withdraw all his money, buy a one-way train ticket to London and simply vanish. Without an apparent reason, without leaving a note, without a clear trace. This is the enigma of Andrew Gosden, a case that defies logic and understanding, leaving his family in a limbo of uncertainty for over 17 years. What led Andrew to this mysterious journey? Was he a victim of a crime? Or did he simply decide to run away and start a new life? Prepare to delve into one of the most intriguing and frustrating missing person mysteries in the United Kingdom, where every clue seems to lead to a dead end, and the truth remains hidden in the shadows of King's Cross. Are you ready to try and unravel the enigma of Andrew Gosden? Andrew Paul Gosden, born on the 16th of July 1993, in Doncaster, South Yorkshire, England, was the son of Kevin and Glenys Gosden. He was described as a home bird who rarely left the house, and never without saying where he was going. Andrew was an exceptionally talented student, with a 100% attendance record at Macaulay Catholic High School. He was part of the Young Gifted and Talented program, designed to enhance the educational development of the top 5% of students. He was expected to achieve top grades in his GCSE exams, and seemed destined to study at Cambridge. Andrew was an award-winning mathematician and was described as a shy, quiet young man mature for his age. He wore strong prescription glasses, was deaf in his left ear, and had a distinctive double ridge on his right ear. Despite being 14 years old, he looked younger, perhaps around 12 years old, as he was small for his age. Andrew had an interest in video games and metal bands, such as Slipknot and Marilyn Manson. He owned a few mobile phones between the ages of 10 and 12, but rarely used them and subsequently lost them. He was given a new phone on his 12th birthday, but he also rarely used it and did not want to replace it when he lost it months before his disappearance. When his parents offered to replace the lost phones, he stated he would prefer a new Xbox. Andrew showed no signs of depression, and there were no indications that he had been bullied. His life was routine and predictable, which makes his disappearance even more inexplicable. During the summer holidays of 2007, usually July to September, Andrew's parents suggested he travel alone to London to stay with his grandmother, but he opted not to go, preferring the familiarity of home. In the days leading up to his disappearance, Andrew twice chose to break his normal routine. His parents reported that he told them he walked home from school instead of taking the school bus. The night before the day of the disappearance was described by Andrew's father as uneventful. The family had dinner together as usual, and everyone washed the dishes afterwards. Andrew spent an hour assembling a computer jigsaw puzzle with his father. He then watched some comedy shows on television with his mother. Everything seemed normal, a quiet family evening, without any indication of what was to come. On the morning of his disappearance, the 14th of September 2007, Andrew found it difficult to wake up and seemed particularly irritated, which was unusual for him. At 8:30 a.m., Andrew left home and was seen walking through the local Westfield Park to his usual bus stop by a family friend. Instead of taking the school bus, Andrew deviated from his usual route and walked to a cash machine, where he withdrew £200 from his bank account. Although Andrew had £214 in his account, the cash machine only allowed withdrawals in £10 increments, limiting him to £200. Andrew was captured by a neighbour's CCTV system returning home, a crucial detail that confirmed his movements. At home, Andrew put his uniform in the washing machine and his blazer on the back of his chair. He changed his clothes, putting on a black Slipknot t-shirt and black jeans, and picked up a bag adorned with various rock and metal band patches. He also took his wallet, keys, and the PlayStation Portable (PSP) console. No other possessions were identified as missing, and he had not taken his passport. Andrew's father stated that his son did not appear to have taken a hoodie or coat. and had also not taken his PSP charger. Andrew also left about £100 in cash he had saved from birthdays, which suggests his departure was either not planned to be permanent or that he did not intend to be away for long. At 10 a.m, Andrew left home and was seen walking down Littlemore Lane towards Westfield Park. On a neighbour's CCTV, he then walked to Doncaster railway station and bought a one-way ticket to London, which cost £25.50. The ticket seller told Andrew that a return ticket was only 50p more, but he insisted on a one-way ticket, a detail that puzzled investigators. At 11 a.m, Andrew was seen boarding the train alone for King's Cross Station. A woman reported sitting next to Andrew, whom she described as quiet and absorbed in his video game. When Andrew did not attend morning lessons at his school, his teachers tried to contact his parents, but were unsuccessful. His parents only discovered his disappearance around 4:30 p.m, when they returned home and realized Andrew was not there, initiating a desperate search that would last 4 years. The investigation into Andrew Gosden's disappearance has been long and frustrating. Despite numerous national appeals for information in the years following his disappearance, the reason Andrew travelled to London that day and his subsequent destination have not been established. South Yorkshire Police launched a major investigation, but clues are scarce and contradictory, making the case a true incomplete puzzle. In December 2019, detectives investigating the case arrested two men on suspicion of kidnapping and human trafficking in connection with Andrew's disappearance. Both men were released under investigation as inquiries continued. In September 2021, police confirmed that the men had been eliminated from the investigation. These are believed to have been the first arrests made in connection with Andrew's disappearance, which reignited hope for a resolution. But unfortunately, it did not materialize. 1. Voluntary runaway. The simplest theory is that Andrew decided to run away. However, the lack of planning, he did not take extra clothes, a PSP charger, or his passport, the absence of personal belongings, and the fact that he has not contacted anyone for so long make this theory less likely. Furthermore, Andrew was a homebody, and there were no signs of problems at home or school that would justify running away. 2. Victim of crime. Many believe Andrew was a victim of crime, such as kidnapping or human trafficking. King's Cross Station is a major transport hub, and Andrew, being a naive teenager with a younger appearance, could have been an easy target for predators. The fact that he withdrew a considerable amount of money may also have made him a target. The 2019 arrests, though unsuccessful, reinforced this possibility, suggesting that the police also consider this a valid line of inquiry. 3. Accident. While less likely, Andrew could have suffered an accident in London and, due to his unfamiliarity with the city and his inattentive nature, may have gotten lost or seriously injured. However, the absence of any body or evidence of an accident, despite extensive searches, makes this theory difficult to sustain. 4. Meeting someone. Andrew may have gone to London to meet someone he knew online or through other means. The nature of his trip, with a one-way ticket and no clear plan, suggests an impulsive meeting. This theory raises concerns about the dangers of the internet and the vulnerability of teenagers to online contacts. However, there is no evidence that Andrew was communicating with anyone in London. Andrew Gosden's disappearance continues to be one of the most prominent missing persons cases in the United Kingdom. His family, especially his father Kevin, has been tireless in their search for answers, launching public appeals, participating in documentaries, and maintaining a website dedicated to the case. Andrew's family refuses to give up hope of finding him or discovering what happened to him, and their dedication is a testament to the love and pain that an inexplicable disappearance can cause. The Andrew Gosden case is a painful reminder of how a young person can disappear without a trace, leaving behind a grieving family and a mystery that continues to defy logic. With each passing year, The hope of finding Andrew diminishes, but the search for answers continues. What really happened to Andrew Gosden that Friday in September 2007? The truth remains hidden, and the case continues to be one of the greatest missing person enigmas in modern history, a mystery that refuses to be forgotten and continues to haunt all who know it. What's your theory? The Andrew Gosden case is a mystery that continues to haunt us, an enigma that refuses to be solved. What do you think about Andrew's disappearance? Which theory makes the most sense to you? Do you believe he was a victim of a crime? Or did he simply run away? Leave your comments below and share your ideas. Your opinion is very important to us. If you were intrigued by this case and want more stories of unsolved crimes, mysteries that defy logic and make us question reality, don't forget to like, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next videos. In our next episode, we'll dive into another mystery that will leave you breathless. Stay tuned.